I think it's time we have a conversation. I think it might be that time to start putting points into Puppet. If I had Puppet right now, this would have never happened. I'm so close. Do not, I repeat, do not touch that mushroom. Look at him just standing there, menacingly. Why are you casting Maple Warrior? Why do you already have Shadow Partner on? Now neither of us are getting what we want here. I can't count this as a boss solo anymore. I'm telling you, that Puppet would have came in super clutch right now. I'm on a journey to take out all the area bosses in Maple at the lowest level in HP possible, and here are the bosses I've taken out so far. Back to the main issue at hand. This job advancement and my HP that came with that. Pitiful. 0 additional HP after a job advancement? Side note, this is editor me stepping in. I actually found out that you only get HP from your first and second job advancement. Getting HP from 4th job though? Who knows? Just wanted to put that out there because I continue to talk about not getting HP after advancing. You know, maybe this has always been the case. I'm doing a challenge where I'm looking really hard at my HP and I just noticed this. Usually I rush to the skill book to see my new skills. Oh, I haven't opened the skill book yet. Let me at least see these skills. I just thought that this advancement was going to put me over 2,000 health points. I'm very tempted to just put points into Strafe to max out my single target damage for bosses. But then, to get points into Strafe, I'd have to level. And to level, mobbing skills are prioritized. Faster mobbing means more experience. And Arrow Eruption is a mobbing skill. Decisions. I'm trying way too hard to big brain this. I should just stick to the status quo and level things that make the most sense. So mobbing. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'm going to try another rematch. This is like rematch number 8 at this point, number 9. I lost count. You know who it is. 3rd job. You can't tell me I can't hit this boss now. The ghost is in the subway, so let's see how this goes. The numbers are low, but it's so over for this ghost. It is so over. You're cooked, buddy. I've been waiting 5 episodes for this moment to arrive. I came at level 70 because I got Strafe. 4 chances to land a hit on Shade sounded like good odds to me. At least compared to the 2 chances I had with Double Shot. And it worked out in the end. This is not optimal, but it works. Just imagine if I came here and it was 4 lines of 2s and 3s. Even though I can hit this boss now, this ghost is still so annoying. This teleportation back and forth nonsense? Oh my days. That was ugly, but I don't care. A win is a win. Hold on, let me get that real quick. It feels so good to finally cross this ghost off the list. Bring out the boss poster. Burn it. I want that poster burned immediately. There's nothing that will top how annoying that boss is. I expect this next boss to be way easier. Security camera. I'm familiar with the map it's in. Let's see what this boss is saying. It's on the C2 map with roids. The camera isn't here, and let's see if it's in a different channel. Actually, scratch that. The channels are wiped and I'm seeing quite a few people just roaming the area looking for the boss. This boss must drop something valuable if that's the case. Seeing how ruthless people can be, I'm gonna just move on to the next boss and call it a day. I'll just revisit this boss another time. If I stay here and wait out the spawn timer, which could be as long as 5 hours, it may just turn out to be a complete waste of time. I don't think I can take out this boss fast enough to ward off all the KSers. Right now I have a 3-way battle going on between my archer's HP, other people, and the boss itself. If it was a low-key boss that had like 0 foot traffic, I wouldn't mind just waiting around. Then there'd be time to whittle down the boss HP without the chance of somebody just accidentally hitting the boss and invalidating the entire thing for me. With that being said, since I'm already level 70, let me get the next pirate hat. This is a simple and easy way to get more health points in the meantime. Back to the ship. I just got my 200 pieces for the level 70 pirate hat. Not bad. It gives an additional 10 HP. I'll take it. I'm so glad I don't have to do this PQ for the next 10 levels or so. Unless I feel like I want to get the level 80 hat earlier, I don't have to come back here. Now I just need to grind for a little bit and get some more levels in. I forgot to get the veteran medal when you get to level 70. Apparently the NPC for it is only in Victoria Island on Artale. Usually I just walk past him on the way to something as a level 70 character and then remember, oh that's right, I need my new medal. I passed him on the way to Shade, but I was way more focused on beating that boss. So I got it now. 1991. Solid. Back to leveling. I ended up going back to Pirate PQ. Leveling at the low levels of the 70 range is kinda awkward because your experience rate drops from 2 times EXP to 1.5 times EXP. You also don't have that many skills unlocked, so you're still using second job skills. Then the mobs around your level have much higher HP. Level 72 and time for the next boss. King Sage Cat. He's located in Mulong, so that's close by. Walking distance. I hope he's over there. This to me feels like a boss that isn't hunted regularly. I also hope he doesn't hit super hard compared to the bosses around his level. There are a few bosses that I still need to do that are around level 60 or so, but I don't have enough HP for them. I may go see how Master Dummy is looking because the channels right now don't look all that populated. Nice, the boss is here. And lucky for me, its magic attack isn't that high. This forest is mad laggy for some reason. Well, I can't say the same for the touch damage. So I know I can't touch him. I can't let myself get pinned in the corner. If I keep him in between the 2 ropes, I'll be able to run around and do this boss. Sounds easy enough. I got way too greedy right there, similar to Taeroon. I tried climbing when the cat got close to me, so that one is on me. But this boss isn't that hard. It should be only 1 death here, but it's looking like it's gonna be 2, because that won't happen again. The cat is down, and that's that. At this moment, I still have to go back and do Master Dummy, Scholar Ghost, Zombie Mushmom, Nine-Tailed Fox, and Security Camera. The fox and the camera I have yet to run into. The other 3 jumped my archer because I don't have enough HP. The dummy is doable, but it's hard to find. Whenever the player count is low, I'll go back and look for one. Back to Pirate PQ. Honestly, I think Zombie Mushmom is possible. After that King Sage fight, I've been just thinking about it. I went back to watch the fight with Mushmom. I think the ladder climbing strategy will work on zombie Mushmom. I was just playing around here to see if I could dodge her hit, and it worked. But I never tried this again in the fight. Fighting Taerun has opened my eyes to using my environment to my advantage. I'm gonna go back to zombie Mushmom to see if the hypothesis I have is true. Found her. Let me reduce my HP back to what I was at before when I first challenged her. 1,819. 1,846. That's close enough. You know what this fight looks like, so let me get her HP close to 30% so she can power up. I'll be back when she's at 30% HP. Moment of truth. Is this dodgeable because I initially thought this wasn't? The ladders and ropes in MapleStory are so goated. Super clutch. I'm trying this with every boss moving forward. Who needs HB? HB who? That freeze almost got me. I hope that doesn't happen again. Bro, this game just sold me so bad. I froze and I got clapped. The freezing made me mistime my jumps, and the freeze adjusted the rhythm of zombie Mushmom's attacks. Her attack sped up for a few frames and that was it. It's over. It's always something. Oh, now someone shows up as well? Let's see how this goes. Brother, please don't touch this Mushmom. I'm coming right back. He's gonna do it. He's gonna hit the boss, isn't he? Really? Now the whole boss is cooked. I was hoping they'd come in, laugh at my character's ghost, and then change channels or something. But of course, that didn't happen. We can't have nice things, clearly. We can't have nice things. You know, I was thinking about typing, hey, don't touch that mushroom. But then I thought to myself, what if me typing that makes them touch it because I said don't touch it? After typing that yo and not getting a single smidge of a response, I knew the whole thing was cooked. At that point, it was time to play 4D chess. Say nothing about touching the boss and they'll leave. Who knows? Maybe they would have not touched it. Maybe they would have. I guess we'll never know. I went back there and of course it was still there with like 2 to 3% left. This freezing nonsense is about to end this series prematurely. Imagine you play the boss perfectly and then randomly the game is like, you know what? I kind of feel like freezing right now. It'd be different if I was just bad at dodging and I just mistimed the jump. But the game decides to freeze mid-jump and make you double jump instead of jumping to grab the rope, or you just completely miss what you're jumping towards? Okay. Like, why is my character doing double dutch and jumping twice? I'll be back when I find another one. Round 3. I have to fight this boss and fight the client freezing. You know this is possible. You just see me do the boss for 95% of it. But I'm back doing this for myself just so I can say I did this boss. Last time I did this, I started switching between strafe and double shot. I thought double shot would be faster because 2 arrows is less than 4 arrows, but it feels like strafe is the same animation speed, potentially faster. I don't know how true that is. This is just me talking about how the 2 attacks look and feel. I haven't done any actual formal testing. I am so glad there aren't people actively hunting for the boss at this time. This went as horribly as you think it would for the second time around. The first time was way too smooth, so you know the second time had to be scuffed. I swear there are 3 times that I got hit on the rope or hit in the middle of the air. I thought this hit was like an earthquake-like hit where you couldn't be on the ground. I don't know anymore at this point. I'm gonna try to show you the specific instances where you can visually see how bad the freezing was as I run back and forth doing this boss. Well, that was a nightmare, and I'm glad that's over with. Honestly, going back, I think the first death was because after jumping on the rope, I was still on the same level as Zombie Mushmom. I don't know how true that is because I was on the rope at the same level as the boss numerous times. I did not think the left side would mess me up so bad because the first time I did this boss, I was solely on the right side. So that might explain all of the deaths, or at least some of them. Did the Scholar Ghost have a ladder on its map? I'm gonna go take a look at this map to see what we're working with. Let me see how many ropes and ladders are on this map. Only one? So how do you get up to the areas where there's foxes? There has to be a teleport on this map. Three teleporters. So I think this ghost is doable. I'm not sure if you can jump to dodge its attacks, but maybe I can use the teleporter to move away, if the game doesn't freeze. This area is always laggy for me regardless of the client freezing, so this should be interesting. I finally stumbled across one. This isn't a good spot and there's so many foxes between us. And I got caught mid-strafe trying to clear out the space. The plan I had worked in my head. The execution, 0 out of 10. Let me walk back. How was this possible? I was gone for like 20 seconds and the boss is gone already? This is what I don't like about this area. There are two bosses next to each other, the Nine-Tailed Fox and Scholar Ghost. The Nine-Tailed Fox is hunted quite often and people clear out the ghost because it's right next door. Both of these have been hard to find. I'll just come back here later. Let me go visit an old friend before I default to leveling for HP. Oh, he's here. Let's do this. So my strategy here is to stay as far as possible while still being in range to hit this boss. The goal is to stand about maybe 15 SYAOTS. In case you're wondering what the acronym stands for, this is what it stands for. My hope is that with me being super far, I have enough time to 1. React to the boss throwing the log, 2. Account for any foolishness like freezing, and 3. Account for situations where I cast strafe right as he's throwing the log. That's a 50-50 situation though. I hope in that case I have enough time and distance to jump out of the way. There were like 4 to 5 close calls here in this fight. That log throw is something serious. One of those throws missed me. You can't tell me focus isn't carrying its weight. But because it's empty, this is a chill fight. The boss was easy to take down. He tried to get me at the last second though. I would have been sick to my stomach if that log hit me and took my archer out. I don't know if that log could have hit me or if that duck saved me. You might be thinking the same thing. I guess we'll never know. I'm so glad I don't have to come back here and fight over this boss with 5 other players. So there's Scholar Ghost and Nine-Tailed Fox. I don't know about that one right now. I might have to retry those two a few levels from now. Security camera? That boss is kinda popular too. Junior Balrog is also possible, and I know that boss hits like a truck. So that's 100% not happening right now. Deet and Roy? I'm not even sure about. I haven't done that boss before, but because it's level 80, I feel like it's gonna hit for over 2000 damage. Basically a one-shot. So it's looking like I need to level once again. I want to do Romeo and Juliet PQ. You get a pendant for doing that PQ, and the pendant has health points, which is very helpful. I think I'm gonna go there once I hit level 75. But also, I don't think I'm strong enough to really do anything there. I was waiting till level 80 so I can focus on farming level 80 gear and getting a power spike. However, the level cap for Romeo and Juliet PQ is level 86, so I only have so many PQs that I can do to get the pendant. To get the pendant, you have to do 15 runs of Romeo PQ and 15 runs of Juliet PQ for a total of 30 runs. Is that even possible to crunch all of that between levels 80 and 86? I don't know about that one, Chief. Let me hit Pirate PQ for one more level and see how I feel. Plus, I'm close to having enough hat pieces for the level 80 pirate hat, so I wouldn't have to come back here for a while once I get enough pieces. Back to Pirate PQ. Again. I found a couple overall dex 60% scrolls at Flowerfish. I'm actually going to continue doing Pirate PQ because look at this. That is horrible for my level. If I go to Romeo and Juliet PQ, I'm basically dead weight. I won't be seen as a damage dealer, I don't have teleport, I don't have max speed and jump, and I'm not exactly a stunner. Maybe I could put a point into Blizzard for freezing, but that just sounds very replaceable. I think I may go over there at level 80, or earlier if I get an attack upgrade at Crossbow and Gloves. It looks like we hit this portion of the game again, grinding for rare and elusive drops. I'll be bouncing between farming Crossbow attack scrolls, Glove for attack scrolls, and a new Crossbow and Gloves. With the sprinkle of Pirate PQ in the next segment, I'll jump in if something noteworthy happens. I get an upgrade, I get an equipment to drop, I get enough scrolls, or I get to level 80. Please do not let it be the last option. I got 10 overall dex 60 scrolls, which is enough to scroll the overall to completion. However, I wanted to do this with a level 80, 90, or 100 overall since I'm level 76. And those overalls give a bonus in strength compared to what I have right now. I had this level 50 overall with 5 dex. I also have 3 overall dex 10% scrolls that I've been collecting over the levels. If I pass one of these 10% scrolls, then I'll go ahead and use 60% scrolls on the rest of these slots. Let's just see what we got here. Oh man, that sucks. Oh well. I guess I gotta use these 10 60% scrolls on a real overall. I really wanted one of those scrolls to pass, but it is what it is. I got 2 scrolls from Pirate PQ after the last scrolling session. Let me try and scroll this Lumati this time. To be expected. After leveling to 77, I'm deciding to put my points into something else besides Arrow Eruption. I can still roll with Iron Arrow since it's stronger than Eruption. I don't think Arrow Eruption outclasses Iron Arrow until like level 20 or so. That's too far for me. I'll be level 80 by the time that happens. I want to get at least 1 point into Puppet for the bosses that are coming up soon. I put 1 point into Blizzard for utility at Romeo and Juliet PQ and 1 point into Puppet. Here's how Puppet works and why it's essential for the rest of this challenge. Whenever you cast Puppet, you don't take all the damage a monster does. The skill Puppet tanks a % of incoming damage. Your puppet also has a certain amount of HP, so with each cast it can only take so many hits before it disappears. At level 1, puppet has 500 HP and takes around 10% of incoming damage. So if my archer takes an attack that's 100 damage, my archer would take 90 damage and my puppet would take the rest, which would be 10 damage. So if I have 91 total HP, the 100 damage attack wouldn't be a one-hit KO. My archer would be left with 1 HP. It's kinda as if your character has more HP. Kinda. I think they all one-shot me with the level 1 puppet. Since we know Scholar Ghost hits me for 2,400 damage, and that's the lowest level boss we have left, if puppet takes 10% of the damage and I'm at 2,121 HP, that would be 2,333 HP for my character. So my character has essentially 2,333 HP when my puppet is up. I think the high roll of Scholar Ghost damage is close to 2,500, so I'm like 100 to 150 HP away. This is if I did all the math right to begin with. Let's see what the puppet looks like in action. So these monsters hit me for around 85 to 95 damage without puppet. And with puppet, let's see. The damage puppet is taking shows up at the top. That's interesting. You should have known where this was going. Why is he all the way up there? I was obsessing over puppet to the point that I forgot that being up there would have been the perfect time to use the hidden teleporters. I wasn't trying to get too close to the boss though because I know one of his attacks is a one-hit KO. It would have been a terrible look if I was trying to get to the teleporter and I ended up walking into the boss and got knocked out. So I just opted with the plan I came up with on the fly. The foxes. You'll see in a few seconds. Start the clip back up. This puppet lasting only 5 seconds doesn't make an ounce of sense. Maybe I'm just not used to casting a buff every 5 seconds. It's basically gonna be strafe puppet, strafe puppet. I'm using these foxes as cover, and it's kinda working. Until it didn't. 109 more HP and my archer would have survived. Someone came by and asked for 20% and I'm like, you know what? You can have the entire thing. It's all yours. Let me see if I can find a time frame where there's 0 people hunting this boss, because before this, I saw 4 other people hunting for this boss. I'll cut to the next ghost whenever I find it. This is doable. I just need time and space. I found a ghost. Everybody must be busy with the event. I tried implementing the map teleporting strat, then I remembered something very important. Sometimes when you use a portal, your character freezes in place. What an absolute blunder. I got sent back to town immediately. I walked back and then I realized I can't tank the touch damage. So now I need to change channels to go around the entire boss. The channel is almost full, so I might struggle getting back into the channel. I went to a new channel, walked back to the map, and then came back to the ghost. Now the ghost walked into a new spot. Perfect for me to try this out. And that dream was short-lived. I touched the ghost because I wasn't able to track its movements and it was standing on the portal when I went back. I could do this teleportation strategy, but then I'd rack up 20 deaths doing that and spend a whole hour here. Considering this is a high traffic area, it might be all for nothing. You know what? New plan. I'm gonna level up and improve Puppet while doing so, for the sake of this challenge. As a Crossbow user, you should not be doing this build. I'm doing this only because it's a challenge run. Back to leveling for skill points. This feels like a bad idea, this being finishing the crossbow, but it's an immediate damage increase if it goes well. Hopefully this is a 2 out of 2. Come the on. 4 out of 7? Terrible. I don't have any gloves, so I'm just gonna make a pair of work gloves right now. My current gloves have 6 attack. This needs to be an improvement. Moment of truth. LOL. At least that failed the first slot. I have 5 more scrolls. We're good. I'm making a new glove. Let's try that again. Bro. 0 out of 2 on 60% scrolls. These scrolls are fake. My puppet takes 15% damage, so now being at 2,163 HP and 15% incoming damage taken, that should be around 324 additional HP. Quotations around the word additional. So I should be able to tank a hit that's 2,487 damage. So the math is mathing, I think. I have a backup in case I don't have enough HP. Big shout out to the event. Some of the event quests give you coins as a reward, and 40 coins give you enough to purchase a watermelon necklace through the NPC. This necklace gives you an additional 100 HP. So that would put me at 2,263 HP with it on. And with Puppet tanking 15%, John Crow can take a hit up to 2,600 damage. If the math is right. I'm not going to use this necklace right now, but I'm going back to Scholar Ghost. This is a side mission. I walked to Pirates because it's in the area and I wanted to see if I can get a weapon upgrade really quickly. And instead, they dropped the level 90 overall. So now we have the endgame overall. I don't think I'm going to farm the level 100 overall unless I need to. Back to ghost hunting. I hope this ghost is not on the other side of the portal because I can't tank the touch damage. Whew, it's not there. It's showtime. Wow. I fumbled. I had 2,025 health points and I got hit for 2,050 damage. I don't know what I was doing. The foxes near me, I should have got rid of them. They're the reason why my character wasn't at full health. I forgot to use a potion after one of them hit me for like 120 damage. It's funny because that necklace in my inventory would have saved me. I don't need it. I know better now. And the boss is gone. Nice work. Back like we never left. This time around, I'll make sure to use a potion each time I get hit. Should be easy enough. I'm seeing my HP drop to around 60 HP or so every time my archer gets hit. One mental error and it's GG's. This puppet is too clutch. I keep spamming puppet. Get hit once, immediately spawn a new one. I don't want to take any chances letting the puppet HP get low. What happens if it gets low and my archer gets hit? Does my archer take whatever damage is left over? I don't want to find out, that's for sure. There were a few times that this ghost hit me mid-puppet casting. Just a small jump scare. We're good. This is the goat right here. I feel like I should give it a name. I'm not sure what name though. The ghost has been dealt with and I'm so glad that's over. I'm glad I'm able to get this ghost out of the way. I hate being here. Tune in next time to see what upgrades I stumble upon. If you liked this episode, don't forget to like the video to support this channel, subscribe if you haven't, thank you for watching, and do me a favor and have a good day for me.